This is Strong Personalities. Today, I am with Jeremy, a Pisa, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then we are with Lydia, the Law Wallace. And today, we're gonna talk to them while they work out and ask them questions about strongman in a relationship. Let's go! Yeah!
All right.
So Jeremy, were those extra snappy or extra pop because you were on camera? Because those definitely look faster than the first that I saw.
Yeah. Of course. You know, gotta show it a little bit. But again, it's the incline. So if I stay too long, or this decline, if I stay in that position, in that rack position too long, I start losing my balance, and then next thing you know, you're rotating. So
you start doing the wobble, but I feel like it preps you too for like when you're at competitions that don't have the best surfaces.
That is one thing I have to say about the garage. Shit, uneven surfaces. I don't have all the same available things, so I have to, make do. And it is what it is. But also, I get that peace of mind. I don't have to go to a gym.
Gotcha.
I can sit here and train under my own terms.
So y'all told me earlier that y'all work out like once a week together. So who's the loud one and who's the quiet one?
Loud.
You're the loud one?
I'm the loud one, man.
Shocking.
No.
I go into concentration mode bad. So like usually I have headphones in and I'm zoned out and I'm working. So.
Yeah, even when we do our group things with John and stuff, she usually has a headphone in and she's focusing where I'm all over the place, loud. I'm still getting the work in. It's just, I guess you would say the environment, the atmosphere.
You know how I could have guessed that because of the way she's wearing her hat? Anytime I see a woman wearing her hat and it's low like this, I was like, that's the don't fuck with me hat.
That's the I'm zoning in and I'm getting this shit done. Is what it is. So.
All right, so real quick, what are y'all working out today?
I am doing log, then I have hex bar deadlift, well, like kind of a frame deadlift, and then I got sandbag runs.
And we're almost doing the same thing randomly. I'm doing deadlifts, 3x2, I'm doing a log 5x1, and then I'm doing a sandbag medley.
So it kind of actually worked out that we're doing the same thing.
That is awesome. I might jump in with that sandbag medley.
All right.
Some sprints too.
Okay, I'm out.
This is my pretty bar. It says Lifting Willie on it.
It says what?
Lifting Willie.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get a closer look at
it.
this.
And it says thicker than a Snicker on the
Sides.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. I will definitely have to get a shot of that. Thicker than
Here you go, come on.
a Snicker. That is fabulous. And of course, the matching belt.
That's my belt and everything. So.
Yes!
All right, set up. Let's go. Oh! Good. Good. Noise.
Do you ever nail rep her just for shits and giggles?
I know her, not just for shits and giggles, but I'll know her if I really don't think it's a good one, especially when she has me count with like strongman specific shit, like axle clean presses and stuff like that.
Well, those last two
Like y'all don't ever
sets.
get in an argument and you're like, oh, wait until I have to count your reps.
No, we've gone back through video
We do.
review. We've gone back through video review.
We get in debates. That's the hard thing about, in your relationship that we both know, like, stuff. We'll piss each other off because they'll be like, you didn't do that right. You're like, fuck you, it's fine.
So quick question, did y'all meet because of strongman?
Kind of.
Yeah,
So it was on Hinge when we first met. She had posted something about powerlifting and everything like that. And I think I said, hey, I'll appreciate your powerlifting and your meets if you appreciate my strongman competitions. And she said, yeah, and then we went on a date.
Yeah, because on my profile, I had a lot of people that would message me and say, you really lift too much, or you have too much muscle, it's not really my thing, would you consider not lifting, or all that other stuff. So
Good shit.
I basically put on my Hinge, like all my gym pictures, I said, I lift. I'm a power lifter. If you can't respect the powerlifting, we don't need to go on a first date.
I'm stronger than you. Just take it.
Accept it.
No
Just
one will not
accept it.
lift you.
Yeah. So it was ridiculous. So he ended up messaging me and said, "Well, if you respect my my strongman, I'll respect your powerlifting." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna message."
So you were power lifter at the time?
Yes.
Gotcha. Why did you get into strongman then?
Well, I had followed Crispy for a long time. She had done strongman. Christy, you know who that is? Krispy Kremes?
Krispy Kreme. Okay, got it. Yes.
Yeah, so I'd followed her for a long time. Loved her. She was like my idol for the longest time. And so I always wanted to try strongman, but as you know, like if you don't have the equipment or anything, you have nowhere to start.
Yep.
So when we started dating, he was doing strongman. Him and John had all the equipment and stuff. And we were like, well, just come out and try it and see if you like it. And I was like, yeah, I finally get to try it. And so I loved it the minute I did it. So
January 2nd.
yeah, January 2nd.
Because we started dating September 27th, January 2nd was our first strongman day.
Yeah, so I've been.
Who remembers the anniversaries more often, him or you?
He actually does really
Yeah,
well.
because the way he answered that, I was like, he remembers.
Yeah.
Well, for the longest time I couldn't remember, so I put it in my notes.
Yeah.
And then the first one came up, and I was like, see, that's what it's about.
You like it?
My girlfriend makes fun of me for my notes because I literally have like her favorite flavors, her like
Yeah.
clothing sizes.
It's even on my calendar on my phone. It says January 2nd, first strongman.
That's the anniversary. Our anniversary is September 27th, so he has that on too. Like he puts
Wait,
all that
you
stuff on the
have a
calendar.
strongman anniversary
Yeah,
for her?
yeah,
Her first time doing it,
I
January 2nd.
love it.
yeah.
I can just imagine you just like seeing Big John lifting, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
it's always fun watching him lift because he lifts like hundreds of pounds. So it was really cool and a little intimidating going out there the first time, but John's such a nice guy.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Made me so comfortable, so it was fun.
How'd that deadlift feel?
Good. It felt good, strong. I've been working on my deadlift form a lot, trying to work on the arch a little bit.
Okay.
So I didn't go as heavy as I wanted to today because I'm just trying to really brace more. Because my back bend's a little bit safe, but it felt good. So
Do you have a coach?
I've done it in a while.
Do you have a coach?
Not right now, no. So I was working with John for like a year and a half, and he corrected a lot of my stuff
Good.
and corrected my back a lot. Right now I'm on Steffi Cohen's hybrid program.
Okay.
So she's prepping me for the powerlifting meet I'm doing in September. So,
Ooh, that's exciting.
Pioneer Open.
yep.
Pioneer. What about you? What's your next comp?
I got Europa.
Is that
Next weekend.
Isn't it called Ubu now?
Yeah, Ubu Expo.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called
Ubu
Ubu Expo.
Expo.
All right, let's start with some positives. All right, so what's some of the positives for y'all about both of y'all being in strongman, or at least just both lifting together?
So I would say the first positive is we understand what each other is talking about.
Yeah.
So like we both kind of get excited about the same things. So he'll watch YouTube videos like of all of our favorite strongman, and I enjoy watching them with him because I get pumped up too. And then like if he's trying to tell me workout, he's really excited and he's explaining it to me, I can be like, oh yeah, that's freaking awesome, because I get like I can understand how hard that is or how challenging that is. I feel like when you talk to people who don't lift, that aren't in that world, they don't really understand what you're saying. So you can be like, oh, I deadlifted, 360 for 2 today, and they'd be like, that's cool. I don't understand what that means, but with him, I can be like, oh, that's awesome, because he knows where my percentages are, so he can understand what I'm saying.
And there's always food.
There's always food. We have tons of food always. I'd say that's a huge benefit. Like I remember before I dated him, I was like, okay, man, if I date a boyfriend that expects me to cook for him, when I gotta prep my own food and get my week ready, it's nice because we both prep separately. We both have our meals, so not like having to get away from that or change our complete lifestyles for a partner is nice. We're both kind of doing our own thing and just kind of coming together and helping. So I think that's another benefit.
And you get to make him unrack all your weights.
Yeah,
That's fabulous. That's extra cardio.
You
You're
know?
welcome.
Yeah, just warm up for the next one.
Really, the reason he's so strong is because of me and letting him unrack my
And
weight.
then I can buy all this gym stuff and like it's for us.
Yeah. It's not just
Well,
for
actually,
me.
that's how this became, because she kept saying she wanted one, and I wanted some kind of piece of cardio equipment. So
Yeah.
here comes that company.
And then
Yeah.
y'all chose an assault bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why
The
not?
most vomit-inducing.
I was about to say, who hurt y'all?
The most vomit-inducing. We're masochists. It's fine. It's fine.
Funny enough, Gabe recommended it.
I'm curious, who's the hangrier one between y'all?
Him.
Oh my gosh, that was so fast.
100%.
It's the limit, yeah. I shut down, I get irritated, and I grind my teeth, and I just don't talk.
You grind your teeth?
Oh.
I stretch, like veins, like I get mad.
So all he says to me when he's like that, he's like, I'm hungry. I'm like,
And she goes, she's got about a half hour.
I'm gonna get you some food. I get hangry, but I have to like not eat for a long time. So it takes longer for me.
Now, I've seen your meal preps. Like, you prep out for how many days?
I prep 7 days. So I'll prep 7 days and freeze it, and then eat it throughout the week.
What about you, bud?
I do 5 days first. I have 2 to 3 lunches a day. Breakfast and dinners are typically already, those are fresh. Most of it are just for my middle of the days, stuff like that. So about 5 days worth of work we gotta do about.
Yeah.
With snacks.
And you mentioned Gabe. Is he coaching you now, I think?
Yeah, he's still my coach right now, yeah. He's the one, like I said, he's the one who recommended this to get a assault bike. So, that's not him.
Gabe, why do you hate your athletes? I would rather do a rower or a skier.
That's the next
Yeah,
one.
the rower is next.
That's the next purchase, the rower.
No, y'all should do the skier. It just
I
gives
do
your
love the
legs a
skier.
break. And you still get some great conditioning.
I do love the skier.
He likes the legs though, so I don't know.
Like, no.
Yeah.
He's just watching you like, what are you doing? Don't worry about it. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Just do
Like
your
I got
thing.
squats 3 times this week. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
All right, who's the more romantic one?
That's rough. I
bought you a
probably,
flower.
Yeah. Flower.
This week it is.
Yeah, he has his moments. So I'd say like he has. If anybody knows Jeremy, he's a tough guy, super cool, super tough.
It's the beard.
But you know, he's actually really nice. I had a rough day.
Say that online. Okay.
Stupid. I had a rough day the other day because my cat passed away and I was just missing him. And like he
Oh, I'm
went and
sorry.
got me flowers because I was having a bad morning. So he has romantic moments. He tries very hard, and I'm more mushy gushy.
Ooh.
So.
What's that? So what's an example of that?
I like to be more lovey and
Touchy. She's a touchy person.
yeah. I'm a
So-
touchy
And
person.
I'm always warm, so it doesn't work out for me. Like,
So it's your physical love language, physical touch, and
The actions.
then
He's
yours
actions.
is food.
No,
Food and
his is
actions.
more actions like
Acts of service.
yeah, acts
Yeah.
of service. So like that is for him.
They, like
Yeah.
doing stuff around the house if she doesn't have to do it. That's how I show. Okay.
Yeah. So me and I'm like hi, and he's like please get off me. It's hot.
Awesome.
Dead winter. It's too hot.
What's the next thing we're doing here?
She is setting up for log, and I will be setting up for frame deadlift.
Who's the biggest trash talker between y'all? Or do y'all even? Oh wow, he's so
I
quick
am.
with these.
I am the trash talker for sure. So and then I instantly get the universe to smack me in the face.
Yes, she does, yeah.
The minute I talk crap. There's a story, the first time I met his friends, I was bragging about what a great driver I was. And that night I went to go get more beer and I couldn't see John's
DUI.
mailbox. No.
Oh.
I couldn't see John's mailbox. It was black and it hung over the curb. So I went to park on the curb and I smacked his truck mirror into the mailbox and cut his mailbox in half.
Great first
So-
impression, huh, Jeremy?
It was great. There was mail. I came out laughing.
I'm just sitting
I
there,
came out
I'm
laughing.
like, I've been dating
Mail
this man
everywhere.
for a month, and I literally just took out his best friend's mailbox with his truck, so that's cool.
All right, I love asking this one. Who said I love you first?
I think I did.
You did. You were drunk.
Yeah, I was really drunk. For the first couple of months, we definitely drank almost every time we were together, and that's the only way we could communicate, because otherwise our walls were up.
Social lubricant
massively.
heard.
Yeah, it was definitely social lubricant for our relationship for the first couple of months.
What was y'all's go-to drinks?
God, for a while we did the vodka and water for a bit.
Vodka water with Mio, so it tastes like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, and then
It's like Kool-Aid.
yeah, and then we'd be messed up. And then we also did the Vizzies. We like the seltzers because it's not a lot of bloat and stuff, but we drank the Vizzies for a while. God, there was one night we played Mortal Kombat. We were up till like 5 in the morning and had a beer tower.
Yeah.
And then y'all got serious with training.
So, yeah.
All right, who's the funnier one?
Me.
I like how you look back at him like, say it.
I'm pretty funny, so I give myself a laugh every day.
Funny, look.
That's not very nice. You're dating me, so.
I know. We did do a lot of drinking.
That's rude. That's so rude.
See, I'm funnier.
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
They were a good couple.
They were
until
good
they weren't.
until they weren't.
So when we originally filmed this, they were together.
Yeah.
And then afterwards.
And then Jeremy opened his mouth. Usually about right.
Hey Jeremy, did you want to talk about how much she hits you, or is that off camera?
It doesn't matter. Everyone already knows. Everyone sent me messages after my eye. Everyone. I had an inbox full. And I just copy and pasted the same answers to all of you.
Smart.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not retyping this.
It's like the bruises, man. It's the bruises.
Everyone's like, of course they did it.
There we go. Let's do a nice warm up. Nice. Very cool.
Jeremy, what do you think are some of her best attributes when it comes to lifting and strongman? Which ones are her weakest?
For a while, her weakest was her overhead press and just getting the setup right. But she has done phenomenal, especially when she started doing her split jerk when they got heavier. She's a hell of a split jerker. Her biggest thing is just the overhead, but now that she's been doing it more and even switching with the powerlifting now, still keeping strongman in there in the mix so she can work on techniques and everything like that. Her big, like I said, and then her grip. Her grip is one thing we get, still gonna work on, but her strength-wise, she has the strength. She can do the numbers. The weights are no problem for her. It's just gonna be the technique working and the little odds and ends, especially like you just think about deadlifting. We're allowed to hitch.
Yeah.
We're allowed straps. She's a powerlifting background, and so she tries to stay away from doing those things that we do, and normally in strongman, which is perfect. Works well for her because when she goes to a powerlifting meet, she's not already in her head about strongman, and then she's just strong. She's got it. She's got the work, and she knows what she's got to do. That's her biggest attribute with it. It's just
Lydia, you're a perfectionist.
Bad.
Yep.
Really bad. Sometimes, John also told me all the time, he's like, you are way in your head when you do your lifting. He's like, you're a lot stronger than you think you are. You're really so back. So me, I'm trying to get the technique down because like you said, I have a powerlifting background. So those are isolated movements, and then you're doing power in them, but it's not the same thing as a jerk or power jerk or any of that stuff. It's a whole different field. So that's what I had to work on for a long time with John, was just getting the power behind the movements. Because I was just like, I'm just going to press this. A lot of it I was static pressing. I wasn't really putting any power behind it. So switching those gears to where I was putting the force and motion behind the movements took a long time for me to get. So.
All right, knock out this other warm up. All right, so Lydia, same question for you, but now you're going to talk about Jeremy. What are his best attributes when it comes to lifting or strongman, and which ones are his weak points?
You know what's scaring me. So I'd say for him, it's his mindset on comp day that I would correct more than anything. Just because when he lifts by himself in the gym, he's very conservative. He thinks about what he needs to do. He puts power behind movements. He hits what he needs to hit, but he thinks about it, and he has if I go over this, it's going to be not safe anymore. When he gets into a competition, he goes balls to the wall, throws all the rules out, doesn't even. So he's just like, I'm going to lift everything. And so my thing is when he gets in competition, getting that mindset of still have that line, push yourself, absolutely. But,
Stick to the plan.
But stick to the plan, know the line, know where you got to draw it, be more strategic, and don't just try to go out there and ego lift and outdo everybody, know what you got to do. And then his other thing he's been working on with Gabe a lot is his deadlift. I'd say that's the only, he's a presser, massive presser, but his deadlift's jumped up a lot since he's been telling Gabe he wants to do it. So now all he does is deadlift. So.
That's all I do is go deadlift.
He's been working on it. It's getting a lot better.
3 days a week of deadlifting.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need a quick break.
So he needs to work on his mental game on competition day. He's working on his deadlift. What is he really good at for strongman?
Oh, pressing. Anything with a red press, he just has that natural strength. that he can press above his head.
Just anything overhead?
Yeah.
Dogs, circus dumbbell, anything where he's just over the head.
Overhead is just good for me. Right now it's in a weird point because of what happened with my knee.
Is it because he gets out of his head?
I'm over my head. I'm out of it.
Have y'all ever settled arguments with a workout?
We should.
No.
Probably win.
Let's see who gets a PR, gets to pick where we eat dinner.
No, I don't think we've done that. I would just tell him I can't lift him because I can, but.
Alright. Alright.
This is the most serious I've seen him all day. He's like, wait, what'd you do?
Oh man, it's so funny. Like I won't do it often, but if I poke the bear at all, poke the bear.
Not that kind of bear.
Not that kind of bear. He just gets so serious. I'm like, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's a joke.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean,
Yup.
man, what a weak ass lift.
Favorite, y'all were talking about food being a big thing for y'all. What's y'all's favorite cheat meal?
His ramen.
Ramen.
So, his
Ramen and Thai for me.
yeah.
Anything noodles. You're just like sweets.
I'm all over the place, so I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite food is anymore.
Like,
What?
Cheat? I mean, but even when we cheat, it's not even really a cheat. Like we'll get a
It's just
thin
more?
crust pizza with chicken and vegetables, light sauce and stuff like that.
I'd probably say maybe sushi. If
I
I were
don't even
to
think
go-
that's.
I don't
yeah.
consider sushi a cheat because it's literally just protein and carbs.
Okay, you know what? My cheat is ice cream.
Yes.
So that's my thing. If I can have ice cream, so have you ever been to Andy's?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, Andy's, on your way home, there's an Andy's right over here. But Andy's, and you can get like chocolate concrete, and it's like the best ice cream. They got chocolate. Oh, I love it. It's probably like 1,000 calories for this tiny cup, but it's worth it. So
I just want to say that's her most passionate answer so far. Not
About
the I love you one, not the anniversary one. It's
The
been the
ice
chocolate.
oh my God, ice cream. I love ice cream.
That's about right.
Just so y'all know, he bought the big place just so he could look cooler.
That makes sense. It's science.
Science. Looks good, really good on Instagram. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Oh, okay. So how do y'all deal with social media in a relationship?
He is the social media kind of person, I'd say more so than me. I'm not huge on social media. I put on you can see my social media is probably the most boring thing you'll ever go to because it's just literally my lifts. I'm not doing anything cool. I'm not doing anything like just.
Oh no. You got a strong selfie game. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I can put on a selfie. I'm telling you that, but like I feel like my social media is really boring. I'm like all lifting all the time.
She'll put more, though, her progress photos than I do, and that's when the messages and the comments start. But other than that,
Has it ever been a problem where you have to say something?
I've stepped in once because I didn't realize something was said. And she was doing a back photo, progress photo, and some dude had made a comment that she needs to take one with her sprint around. But before I even got to it, John had already commented on it. My other friend Clark had already commented on it.
Strongman support
The
team
community already got my back before
assembled.
I even saw it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, it's not too bad.
Nah.
Like, if you look at our stuff, well, it's mostly individualized, and we'll post our stuff on stories, and we'll tag each other. And we have our couples photos here and there, but other than that...
Lifting.
What about Jeremy's thirst traps? Do you have a problem with those, Lydia?
Look, I don't even look at his comments. I know better.
Do you really get comments?
Yes, I'm a jealous person, so.
Are you really?
Yes, I'm a jealous person, so I know better. I just don't look at his comments. I like his photo and I move on. I don't look underneath.
Jeremy, how many followers do you have?
I'm only like 18.5 or something right now. So.
Okay.
I mean,
It's the beard and the tattoos.
I just broke
really-
1,000.
Woo!
Cooler.
It's the beard and the tattoos.
Yeah,
Yep.
we all kind of look the same. Bearded tattoos, but I mean, social media is one thing. I use it to keep connected.
Yep.
And then kind of just update The only reason why I originally started social media was when I first joined the service, so my mom knew I was alive.
Aww.
So she could see every places I traveled and everything like that. So that's the only reason why I even started Facebook and all that.
That's why I have my Facebook, just like my family from like Mexico can keep up with me, so yeah.
All my family's in upstate New York, except for my younger brother who lives here, you met yesterday.
Where y'all from?
I'm originally from upstate New York, right outside Albany. Yeah, I'm not from Texas. She's from Texas.
Yeah, born and raised in Texas, so.
I'm a mountain man, dude. This weather's killing me. It doesn't get that hot.
No wonder you were talking about how bad the heat was yesterday for you.
Man,
He doesn't do well with it at all.
and it's crazy because I've lived in Arizona and I've lived in Vegas, and this is still.
Yeah, but those
still
are
not
dry
used to it.
heats, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather take those dry heats than the humid, because I didn't realize how humid this place was until I went to like Arizona, Las
Yep.
Vegas, and I was like, oh, Dallas really is humid.
It's the humidity that gets me. I mean, I've lived in South Dakota, not nearly this bad. Humid, but not nearly this bad.
Was a lot of your moving due to the military?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I lived in Saudi Arabia. That was humid and hot. That sucks.
You just went from hot to hot to hot.
Dude, and I'm still not used to it. I'm still not used to it. But if it's a 70 and breezy up here, I'm just outside like, I'm at peace.
Oh my God, this man with nature.
Where in tech? Whoa, why?
So he gets so happy. Like his favorite thing is a beautiful day. He'll go out and be like, and I'm drunk. You know, like he literally, like if it's a nice day or we're out at a lake or we're, you know, hiking somewhere or doing any of that stuff, he's just the happiest person you'll see. Like he loves nature, it's his thing. So,
I like being outdoors.
I love it too.
yeah.
I go quiet actually when I'm, like usually I'm really like extroverted, but the second I'm in nature, I'm just like, nobody fucking talk to me.
This is my time.
So I'm not like him. He likes it. I'm like.
Have you lived outside of Texas?
No, actually, I've lived here my entire life. Actually, in this area for it. No, you know what? That's a lie. I lived in California when I was younger. So before.
Wait, what was younger? Like 2?
No, like I lived
Close.
in California from 3 to 8.
Okay, that's solid.
And then I came back. So I was born here, moved to California from 3 to 8, and then I came back and lived here. I think I lived in Arkansas for like a year in that time too. So.
The nature state. You've been to Arkansas, right, Jeremy?
Yes, we went to Little Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, the trees, just driving through Texarkana, whatever it was.
Texarkana?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
I think that one.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I got a bear that sniffed my tent. He nudged my foot. Yeah.
Bear recognizes bear, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, no. Family.
No,
We're family.
we don't do that.
You don't eat family.
Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. But
Alright, guys. Who's more coachable?
Jeremy is more coachable.
Yeah.
Jeremy's more coachable. I'm a little more aggressive of a client.
She swings at her coaches, guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Why are you more, like, give me examples of why you're more aggressive.
I just question everything. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to know why I'm doing it. Like, if you have me at 50%, I need to know the reason why I'm going at 50%. Me, I want to lift heavy. I want to go do lifting. So when I'm told I have to sit back and go at 50%, I'm like, why? Because I don't want to. But like, I'll question it and be like, why am I doing this? Or I'm also the worst for myself. I'm my worst critic. So I'll send stuff to my coach. Like I would do to John all the time. Like my lift was crap today and blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, you're overthinking this, like, you're fine, your deadlift was fine, you're okay. So he had to walk me off of a cliff a lot, because I was just so frustrated with myself. That's the thing too, I get so angry with myself, and I have to have somebody that kind of supportive, and John was very supportive. He always was like, no, you're fine, you're doing good. He had to kind of always pull me back. So I'm not the funnest client to have. He's a little more amiable.
Jeremy, are you just like, give me my program?
Yeah, the only thing I really ask for is, especially with coaching, Gabe's been really good with it. Give me the week of, because with work and everything like that, I need to know how I'm going to schedule, what days in to work on what. And then if I tell you, like, hey, I need a break on this or I need to work on this, and like he always does, he just fixes it to match what I need for that week. So like when I was doing the deadlift 3 days a week, and I was doing it for like 2 months straight, and I needed that break, I was like, Gabe, I need a break. And he was like, all right, so bump it down to 1 day a week for, like 2 weeks and stuff like that. And we slowly ramped it back up again like that. So
you just got to make sure that's somebody who adapts to like whatever your body needs quickly. Good.
And I like having it the week of. So I know what I'm looking at. So I know mentally to get in my headspace. for each day that I'm gonna lift. Like I know I'm gonna do an overhead day, so I gotta kind of get in that overhead mindset and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay.
I like to know what I'm doing before I go out and do it.
Are you a big visualizer? Like you visualize
Yes,
everything?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not. What am I doing? Let's go.
Get it up. No, I'll go up there before I set up the lift, and I'll picture myself completing the lift kind of situation before I actually do it. So it's just.
What do you do?
I just hope to God I don't embarrass myself.
Got it. Failure's your motivator.
Yeah, failure is my motivator. I just don't want to fail, so I'm always just like trying to think of all my cues and all that stuff, and I'm really the worst.
Y'all do better with more people at a competition or less people?
Yeah.
I do better if I don't know who my competition is. Like, I do better if I have no clue who's in my class. Because with me, it's harder to tell. Like I said, I'm a smaller frame girl, but I'm in the heavyweights.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't tell who my competition is because they could either be in the middleweight class or the heavyweight class.
Yep.
And so I do better if I don't pay attention to my competition. And, like, I'm just focusing on my best lift and my best stuff. Like,
Does the audience make an impact?
Not really. I feel like they just quiet in my head, honestly. Like, I don't hear anything. I kind of go into like a tunnel when I lift, and so you can be screaming at me and saying all the things, and I'm not hearing you.
That's where Jeremy is like letting it. He's just venting. You ate my meal yesterday.
Yeah.
You forgot to pick up the dog's poop.
Remember last week? That one time? This is it.
What about you, Jeremy? Do you do better with like bigger crowds and more athletes, or?
I can't even. Like for that comp, I did great with the atmosphere and everything like that. Cupid, I think since it was so condensed and so loud, there was no really room to move because we're all inside. Yep. That kind of got in my head a little bit because there was just no space.
Yep.
And I like a little space.
So space.
Space is good for me. It really depends. All my shows, been mostly local and it's all been friends. So I think that's been a big thing too. At the same time, you got people that come from out of state and you're like, man, I just want to shut you down. Because you're in my state right now.
that makes more sense. Like, you don't care how big the crowd is as long as you have your space to work in.
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Tacos! Tacos! Tequila!
I'm going to eat so many tacos after this. There you go. Oh yeah, you're on singles, huh?
Yeah.
Keep going.
What's singles? Then I'll die when I do this sandbag stuff.
No dying allowed. No dying allowed.
Little bag.
Who's the biggest crybaby during workouts?
Man, depends on what it is and how hot it is. If it's hot, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm just constantly going around like I'm fucking hot.
So 9 months out of the year, it's you. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say more me. I just curse in my head and then just go do it. So.
Not out loud?
No, I curse out loud.
It's when she has a bad lifting session, you'll know she's being the bigger crybaby.
Yeah.
She'll slam all the weights.
If my
throw
lifts are not
everything.
going well, I turn into an ass. So, like, if my lifts are going bad,
You know it.
You know I'm pissed off. There's one time I was down here and I was doing axle clean and presses or whatever, and Jeremy can tell I'm not in a good mood because he hears me slamming stuff and he's like, I am not going out there.
I looked at dogs like, we're not going down there.
Yeah.
So fast.
She left me hanging.
What did you do? Why did you do that?
Oh, it's relay?
Yeah. We're trying to make it fun like we did the CrossFit stuff.
Is that just to push the pace?
Yeah, it pushes the pace and keeps us both going. Because that's the only one thing too with us. You're a dick.
You did it first.
Whose cardio's better?
100%. 100% mine.
All right, so what kind of difficulties y'all have with both of y'all being in strongman?
My mouth? No. Well, you know, we do a lot of shit talking for sure with each other.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit talking, and then I think it's just me. Like it's me getting frustrated.
Frustration points.
Frustration points, like when you're having a bad day. But I mean, us being a couple, we can kind of get that. Like I know when he's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And he shuts down. And so we're both very competitive. We expect the best out of ourselves.
Are y'all competitive against each other?
Not really.
I found the Camelback faster than you yesterday.
Well, he is. I mean, let me
So
specify.
he's competitive against you, but not vice versa.
No, like I joke with him, I shit talk with him, but like he's stronger than me.
And then even when it comes to comps, I think the biggest thing is, luckily when we're both on the strongman page, we can pick a comp if we both want to do it, the same one, or we're either there for the other one. September will be the real test because how frustration that weekend's going to be, because going all the way to Coleman for Pioneer Open, and then have to travel all the way to Waco again that night right after, or that night of, sorry, to go to the Clash for my show.
I definitely say that's a negative, is that like sometimes the shows that we want overlap.
The scheduling?
Yeah,
Scheduling
and
is a
so
big thing.
it makes it a little harder for us. So usually he's gonna be sitting at a powerlifting competition all day, cheering me on and using all that energy, and then the next day he's gotta go and compete. And I'm gonna be fatigued because I just competed that day, and so I gotta have the energy to cheer him on the next day. So that's where it gets kind of tough. We try not to schedule over each other. This one just happened to be, he got reached out because that one's a veteran kind of competition.
Yeah.
And then the only Pioneer Open that was in Texas that was close enough for me to do was the 10th. So
I'd say though the biggest part is the frustration points.
yeah.
Like we know when the other one's frustrated and and you know what you want to say and what you should say, but at the time you're like,
Gotta let it go.
it can't be. I want to be supportive at the same time.
I feel like there's a little bit more physical fatigue than maybe the average relationship.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So I mean, there's a lot of, we're just tired. I mean,
And then just tired.
I wanna go home.
tired. I want to go home. I don't want to do it anymore.
Scheduling when we're each gonna meal prep. Who gets the kitchen?
Can you try going fast this time, Jeremy? Because Lydia's just like leaving you behind.
I'm on deload.
You're on deload. Got it. Knock it over. Like it's gonna look like Lydia's in fast forward and then Jeremy's in slow motion. Look at the neighbor just like, what is going on?
I know. They like, we're a spectacle for sure.
There. Going a little slow there. You got knocked over now.
Oh, I thought she was gonna let it like tip over.
She's gonna knock it over because that shit talking.
I was going.
I thought about it.
Ugh.
I feel like this is also how y'all do y'all's groceries.
It's fast. We're in and out.
We're in and out.
Just grab the bag and just go to the cashier and then come back.
Dude, we get to the produce section. We split off and know exactly what we need to get.
Yeah.
We meet halfway up in the middle. Come over and bang, split, proteins, in and out, 20 minutes.
Each one of y'all, what's a tip you would give to anybody who is going to date somebody who's a strongman or just an athlete in general?
Patience.
Patience.
Understanding that they can't always eat what you want to eat or drink what you want to drink. That they need their time to go train. And yeah, like we're lucky enough to be able to train at least one day a week together. But overall, we probably wouldn't do it all the time because we need to be each in our own mindsets.
Yeah.
So I guess the understanding would be the biggest.
Yeah, know what your partner's cues are. Definitely when they're upset, when they're frustrated, when they need space, when they don't need space. Knowing their mindset, how they cue you when they're upset is a big thing for sure. And then just always being supportive. You know, when your partner is having a bad day, sometimes they don't need advice.
Yep.
Sometimes they just need you to go, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know I hate them because I'm bad at that.
Yeah, so
I will start giving advice. and
yeah,
not shut up.
sometimes it's just like if I'm venting or getting something off my chest, I don't need advice. I need to say what's on my mind and why I'm upset, and then just go, get them next time. You got this next time, that kind of thing, instead of advice.
Because I love you.
Oh, such a bitch.
Water. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Yeah, I was about to say this is definitely a waddle run right here.
Kick it over, throw it in the dirt.
Throws it in the puddle.
Throws it on the curb.
I was half expecting you to throw it to the puddle just to make it heavier.
Should've.
Got a need for speed, and I'm not getting it here.
Dick.
All right, guys, any last words for the strongman community?
That's it.
I got nothing.
You're stuck it in air. It's fine.
All right, guys.
Hey, I do have one thing.
Okay, go for it.
This. Although we're strongman competitors, even if you have a partner that's not a strongman competitor, as long as they're willing to care about what you're doing and care about your sport, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The sport you work. What's Luke Stolman's wife's name? Yushi?
Kushi.
Kushi. She, whoops.
Kushi
is her name. And she's so supportive of him, always there, and she has nothing to do with strongman. So whether you're a strongman couple or not, you can still be supportive of your partner, be there for him. So.
Awesome,
But it helps
guys.
if you do have a partner on the list, because then you get all the gym equipment.
That's mine.
Think about the advantages. I like where Jeremy's head's priorities are
I was
at.
just thinking about other things I want to buy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on the Strong Personalities. I will catch y'all at the next competition.
Thank
Sweet.
you so much.
Deuces.